With the quiz app, you can accumulate knowledge by learning and repeating different kind of questions. We will also look at how we can create a dashboard with different categories of questions. If you are new here, subscribe to my channel and make sure to watch this video till the end. Let's get started by creating this bottom part of our question page. To create this question page, I have created a questions widget and we want to start here in the build method. And then we create here a page view. And inside of the page view, we access here all the questions. So I have created here already a category object. So for example, we have the category chemistry, and later we have like different kind of questions for this topic. And within this category, we have then a list of questions, and the question has then the text itself, the solution, and we also have a list of options, and they are later displayed here below. So we have different options for this question. Next, I also have created here already a file with all the questions, and therefore we simply create here a question object. We put then here within the text the question inside, and after it we also put here all the options inside, and we also set here one option to correct, which means that this is the solution of this question. And lastly, we also set here a solution inside, and this is the explanation of the solution. And now we access here these questions within our questions widget, and these are going then here inside. Instead of putting here directly the questions inside, we need to access here the length of our questions. And after it, we can create each individual question within our item builder. And therefore we simply access here our current question over the index. And now we want to build this question. Therefore I create a new method, build question, and here inside I put then the question inside. And within this build question, we create then here one individual question, and later we can then swipe to the right side and go to the next question all the time. And this is exactly what you can do with this page view builder, so you can display multiple questions next to each other. Now let's create our question, and therefore I simply create here a column, and here we want to display a text and then another text, and under it all of our options of the question. Therefore, let's start here with the question text, and therefore I create here simply a text object, and here inside I put then the question.text inside. So our question has here first of all the question itself, later also the options and the solution. And with this we already have here the question at the top, and we also can swipe here to the right side, and then the next question will appear. And if I swipe again, then all the other questions will appear, which we have set here within this questions list. Under our question, we want to create this text and then also the options. Therefore, I simply add here this other text under our question. And after we create here an options widget, and we also make it expanded. And this expanded will make sure that our options here gets the available space until the bottom. And inside of our options widget, we put our current question object inside, and we also put here an onClicked option inside. So later, if we click here on one of these options, then we want to add some functionality to it. And now we want to create here this individual option. Therefore, we create here this options widget, and this option widget gets then us a question. And within this question, we want to access here then all the options which we want to display right now. Therefore, I go to the options build method, and here we create a list view, and then we go over all the options which we can access by this question.options. And this is a list of options, and we map over them, and then we build each individual option. Within this build option method, we create then a new method, build answer. And within this new method, build answer, we create then a container and inside it a row. And now we want to display here the single letter on the left side and then the solution on the right side. And therefore I simply put here first of all the option.code inside, and this is basically this letter at the beginning. And if we go back to our questions, you see that we have here defined all the questions, and the option has here this code, which is this A, B, C or D. And we also have later this is correct flag, which says if the option is correct or if it is incorrect. Let's go back to our options widget, and next to the code we also want to display here our text. And this looks then like this, so we have here displayed all the options under each other. And the next thing is to decorate them a bit so that they look better. and therefore I simply go here to this build answer method and I wrap a container around, and here inside I set first of all a color, and now all of our options have here background color of gray. Next we want to add here some space around our text, and therefore I add here some padding, and now you see that we have here space around our text. And we also want to make our options here rounded at the corners, therefore I set within the decoration this border radius inside, and now you see that our options here are rounded. If we then later click on one option, then we want to add some functionality like highlighting this option, and therefore we also want to wrap here around a gesture detector, and every time if we click on one of these options, then we want to call this onClicked option, and we also put here the option inside on which we have clicked. And lastly, we also want to add here some padding around our widget and also some space between our options. And we want to get started here by putting some space between our options, and therefore I have created this hide between method, and this basically puts some space between our widgets. And if you want to get here this whole source code, you can get it with the first link in the description, and with the second link you can get access to my Flutter courses where I teach you how you can become a more efficient and better developer. Now let's go here back, and we also have here within this hide between method a height, and we set it here to 8 pixels, and this means between our options we have now 8 pixels in space. And lastly, we also want to add here some padding around our question itself, and therefore we simply go again to our questions widget, and here inside of our questions widget we wrap here around our column a container with some padding, and now we have here 16 pixels in space around our widget. And in total we have now every time the question and under it our options, and if we also switch to the other question, then you also see another question with other options. Next we want to add the functionality, so if we click on one of these options then it should be highlighted, so if it is correct or if it is incorrect. To add this functionality we go to our questions widget, which is here this widget on the right side, and then we scroll here down to our options, and here we got then this onClicked option, so if we clicked on one option then we get here the option on which we have clicked. And we want to create here this onClicked option and also put here at the top this onClicked option again inside, so that we can handle this functionality outside of this widget. After this I go to the category page, and this is basically displaying here our questions widget which we have created before. And here we want to add the functionality of our application, and therefore we want to first of all get the question which we have here right now. And therefore I simply create here a new question state, and later this question field should have the question inside which we are currently displaying in our app. So if I change here to a new question, then this question should be here within this state. And secondly, we override here this onClicked option and we create here a new method select option. And every time if we select the option, then we get here the option of the question which we have selected. And here inside we can basically check if our question is locked. And this is locked is basically a Boolean field which says if we have already selected an option within our question, and if this is the case, then we don't want to allow to select here another option because we have already chosen our answer. And therefore we simply return here if the question is locked, otherwise we are allowed to change the option. And therefore I simply add here the set state, and then I put here the question is locked to true if we have selected an option. And this will make sure that if we have selected our first option, then we cannot select another option again after it. And secondly, we put here this question.selected option to the current option which we have selected. So our question itself also has the field of selected option, and here we always store the selected option of this question inside. And alternatively, you also can set this is locked flag, and this will make sure that our option which we have selected is locked and we cannot change it anymore. And this is basically the whole functionality for selecting an option. And next we also want to get here the question. So right now our question has a state of null, and we want to have here every time the current question which we are displaying in our app. And to get our question, we simply add here an initState method. And then we simply override our current question with the first category question. And this will basically make sure that if we first time open here this page, then the first question will be set to this question object. And lastly, we need to highlight the option which we have selected and also if it is correct or if it is incorrect. And to add this highlighting, we go to our options widget, which displays here all of our options. And then we scroll here down, and then you see here the background color is set here every time to gray. And we want to change this background color now to our dynamic color. And therefore we simply call here a new method getColor for our option. And we also put the option and the question inside. And within our getColor for option method, we first of all determine if our current option is selected. And therefore we simply check if our question selected option is the same as the option which we are currently displaying here. And then we check if our question is not selected, then we want to return here this gray which we have currently inside. Otherwise, if our question is selected, then we want to determine here if our option is correct. And if it is correct, then we want to display here a green color. Otherwise, if it is not correct, then we display a red color. And now if we select here one option, it turns here to the is selected state, and then it displays here the current color if it is correct or if it is not correct. And like you remember, the option knows if it is correct within our questions, and here we have basically for each option this field is correct, and it is then set to false or it is set to true if the option is correct. Right now, if I go to the next question and then I select this option, then nothing will happen. And this is what we want to change. To make this also work, we simply go to our questions widget, which is then displaying all the questions next to each other. And here we had this page view builder, and every time if we change our page, then we can override this on page changed. And now we simply create here this new callback on changed page, and we also add it to our constructor. Then we go to our category page. And here we implement this on changed page, and here we get then every time the index of the page which we have currently selected. And then we simply call here this method next question and put here also the index of the page inside. And now we can implement this next question method to always change here our current question if we change to a new page, and then we want to also have within this state the new question inside. And therefore simply let's implement this next question. And here inside we first of all get the next page. So if we haven't put here an index inside, then we simply want to go to the next question, and this is what we use later. And secondly, we check here if we have an index, then we want to set this index. Otherwise, if we have not set here an index inside, then we simply want to determine the next page. In our case right now, we have supplied an index, and therefore this index page will simply have here this index inside. And lastly, we need to determine our current question, and therefore we simply go over our current category, which we are displaying here on this page. And here we can access our questions, and then we want to simply put here our index inside of our page to get the right question. And lastly, we want to set up this controller, and therefore I go here to our state and create a new page controller, which I also initialize within the initState method. And then we put this controller inside of our questions widget. And within our questions widget, we create then this page controller and also put it here within our page view inside. And with this controller, we can later select here an individual page of our question. So if we later select here one of these numbers, then we can change to the question which we have selected. However, now we go back to our category page and we want to execute here this functionality of this next question. And this is every time executed if we change here our page by scrolling to the next page. And therefore I also will print here within the next question method the current index which we have selected. And now we can try it out. So basically I select here one option and then I scroll to the next page, and you see he is printing the index 1. And now he is taking here the questions 1 out of our list and is putting it to our question. And this will make sure that our question here at the top is updated with the new question. And if we later select then an option, then we have here every time the new question inside. And now I basically can select another option, and then I can again go to another question. And then we have here this index 2, and he is selecting again here this new question over this index. and is putting it to the question and so on. And now we have here basically an application where we always can select here the right answer. If we have later selected here a wrong option, then we also want to display here the right solution of this question. And therefore we simply go to our options widget. And here within this build option method where we display one option, we want to wrap around our answer a new column. And under our answer, we want to display the solution. So we simply add here this build solution method. And inside of this build solution, we put the question selected option inside. So in this case, it is the option C. This is our selected option. And next to it, we also put the option inside, which we are currently building. And now we want to create this method build solution. And here inside, we basically check if our solution is equal to the answer. And with this condition, we basically make sure if we have selected a solution, then we also want to display here the answer for this, what we have selected. And then we simply display here text, and here we put then the solution of our question inside. And within the else case, we simply return a container, and for the other options, we don't want to display a text. And now if I hot reload, you see here the solution under the option which we have selected. So every time if I select here an option, then you always see the solution directly under it, and this is pretty good for the user to see also what is the solution. Hello everyone, thank you so much for watching this video. Please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel here to get the latest news about Flutter, and see you soon. Bye!